Hello friends, I am Devinder Singh Chawla. Today once again I have come before you with a new video. So in this video we'll discuss what you have to do after your USA visa, USA B1, B2 visa or 10-year multiple visa or tourist visa is refused. So let's start the video. So in this video I'll tell you all the steps you have to take after your visa for USA, that is called B1, B2 visa or a tourist or visitor visa, or it is also called 10-year multiple entry visa is refused. So I have divided this video into three steps. So there are 3 points basically which you have to do after your visa is refused. So if your visa is granted, that is very good. In some cases it is refused. So the first step you have to take, or the first point you have to do, is analyze your DS 160 form. So whenever a person applies for a USA B1, B2 visa or visitor visa, he or she has to apply his application form on DS 160 form. So you should be you should be having your personal copy of the DS 160 form. But most of the time I have noted that people don't have that personal copy with them. So that is sometimes they have filled it by themselves, or some agent has filled it for them. So if they have applied by themselves, sometimes they forget to take their personal copy at the time of submission of the form. And sometimes what happens is the agent has applied on their behalf and they don't give you the personal copy or a photocopy of the form which they have submitted. So what I suggest to all of you is that you always keep a personal copy of the form DS 160 form which you have submitted to the embassy. So if you don't have the personal copy, if you don't have any photocopy of that form, you can retrieve it by using your application form ID as well as the password which you got on at the time when you applied for the visa. So using that application form ID and your password, you can retrieve the application form and you can use it for analyzing it. So what you have to analyze in DS 160 form is you have to check what are the mistakes, what were the mistakes you committed while applying for it, for the visa. So sometimes it happens there are mistakes in the form. You please check. You go through each and every line and each and every blanks and columns you have filled up. So you come to know about the mistakes. Sometimes you ask the agent to fill the form on your behalf and they commit mistake. It is very common. I have studied a lot of cases, and many people come to me for the evaluation of their form. I have seen there are a lot of mistakes being committed while filling the DS 160 form, and agents. It's a very normal, very casual. Like they fill the form, and there are many mistakes in the form. So please go through it and try to remove it, and try to be careful while you fill the form again for applying for the visa and to get when you get the interview again. So and you should also check whatever incorrect. Sometimes the incorrect information is given. You should also check that whatever all the information is correct or it was incorrect. Sometimes the applicant commits a mistake, he gives incorrect information, that due to that reason also the form gets rejected. So sometimes the agent fills the incorrect information, that also leads to the rejection of your visa. So so this is the first point. Please analyze your DS 160 form minutely and with great precision. You should check all the words, all the information and everything, whatever is written, the language also. You should check it. So and the next point, because your application form is like DS 160 form carries a lot of weightage. Your visa is like 50% part of your visa process is based on this DS 160 form. So there are two parts. One is the DS 160 form and second part is the interview. So your chances of getting the visa is 50%, and it depends upon the DS 160 form. And the 50% chances of you getting the visa depends upon your interview. So both these points combined together in getting you a visa. And the second point is you should analyze your interview, the interview you have given when you were called for the interview. What answers you have given to the visa officer. So you should try to recollect all the questions that were asked by the visa office, and you should recollect whatever you had answered. You should means like analyze those questions and analyze those answers. Then you will come to know whatever mistakes you have committed. So one thing you should check is whatever answer you have given, they were matching with the DS 160 form, or there was some mismatch. Sometimes it happens like in the DS 160 form, you have written something else, and while answering the visa officer, you change the answer. So there is a mismatch between the information you are given in the interview and the information you are given in the DS 160 form. That also leads to the rejection of your visa application form. And you should also see that in interview you have not given any incorrect answer. Sometimes it is like that they ask you about your job or about your job responsibilities, job duties, and your salary, how much you earn. Sometimes it happens that you give an incorrect answer. That doesn't match with your answer which you have given in the DS 160 form. So sometimes they don't match. Sometimes you give an incorrect answer. You don't know. Like in the flow, they are asking a question. You give some incorrect answer. I'm not saying that you have given it willingly, but sometimes by mistake you give the incorrect answer. So that also leads to rejection. And other thing is that when sometimes it happens that you give a new information while answering the question, you sometimes give out new information to the visa officer which is not in the DS 160 form. That also leads to rejection of your visa application. Sometimes it happens that after you have submitted the DS 160 form, some new development takes place. Some new development in your career or in your life or in your plan takes place, and you answer that in that vein, and you give a different answer. So that also leads to the rejection of the form. Please be careful. Please, your all the answers should match with your DS 160 form, and the information whatever has been given before, you should stand by that, and you should give the answer accordingly. So that is a big issue, and that can lead, and that is the main reason that the visa for USA is rejected. And the third point is that you should explain your previous refusals. In the DS 160 form, there is a column that have you been refused a US visa before? Then the people write yes. They write only yes, or at the most they write yes in year so and so, like year 2018 or 2019 or 2017. They write like that. They don't explain what were the mistakes, what are the mistakes, or whatever the incorrect information you had given then, or what new information you are adding now. So that you have to write it down in that column, and you have also to write the reason why the visa should be given this time to you. So that you have to explain in it that so I have done this thing, and due to this reason the visa should be granted to me this time. So this is also a very important point you should take care while filling your DS 160 form again. Whenever you apply for the US visa again, you should work on these 3 points, and try to improve all these shortcomings, and only then you apply for the US B1 B2 visa again. So this was all for the video today. I hope you must have got answers to your questions. And if you have liked my video, please press the like button and share it with your friends, family members, and relatives. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you get the notifications of my new videos from time to time. And again, and one more thing that I'm repeating my offer again, that if you want to get your file for Canada visa made free of cost, you can contact me on the mobile number which I have given in the description below. So you can fix an appointment and you can come to my office. I'll make the Canada visa file free of cost for you. And one more thing, that I've written a book for you. In this, all the documents which you require for applying for Canada tourist visa are given, and all the samples and specimen of all the forms is given in it, and how to fill it up. It's all explained in it. By going through this book, you can apply for Canada tourist visa by yourself without the help of any agent or consultant. And I have given my mobile number in this book. If you, after going through this book, if you don't understand something, you can call me and take my help. And actually, it has been written in such a way that you don't need the help of anyone to complete your file for Canada tourist visa. You can apply for the visa on your own. So the price of this book is only 250 rupees. So that you can send that payment to me through Paytm or through money order. I have given my Paytm number in the description below. You can check that out. And that was all for the video today. Okay, bye.